Hello everyone. In the last class, we learned about Git using SSH, and we also learned in the previous class about the Git HTTPS. So I believe you all know about the configuring Git using HTTPS and SSH. Now let's talk about the git-ignore file, what git-ignore file and how we can create them. Okay, so here are some description what git-ignore file is. If you see the definition over here, a git-ignore file specifies intentionally untracked files. Okay, what you can do, you can specify which files need to untrack. Okay, that Git should ignore. Files already tracked by Git are not affected. So if any file is already of tracking, it's not going to affect it. But if some files are not in track, you can untrack them using Git. And how you can do this, we need to create a git-ignore file. Okay, let me show you how you can do this. So here I am on my first project, and let's do ls. So we have a readme .md file and index.html. Let's type git status. So we are on the main branch, it's up to date, all things are good. Now I'm going to create some files. Let's call them video.mp4. Okay, so we just created an mp4. Why I'm creating, just giving an example. Maybe you have some videos that you don't want to upload or track on your website. So let's create one more, video1.mp4. Okay, and video files take more bytes or huge in size. So keeping them on the server will be a problem or time consuming or waste of resources. Okay, so you can, because on GitHub, usually you have 1 GB limit on the free account. Okay, so that's what I have created one. Let's create one more file, config.toml. This is the configuration file that we use. Some of the projects like Hugo or many more use configuration file, and one file extension .toml is also used for configuration. So we created a toml file, and let's post some content. I'm going to add, let's suppose in the toml file, I would like to add a language and equals to en for English, and just add double arrows and give the name config.toml. So this will add some content to the website, config.toml file. So let's do the git status. We are here. So you can see, and we have a configuration file. We have 2 videos file, and we don't want to push these files to the server. What we can do, we can create a git-ignore file. Let's create it. .touch.git-ignore. Okay, we just created this file, and let me open this file. Is on my, so this is my first project folder. I'm going to just create it. Okay, so here we are. What we can do, we can just open the git-ignore file. This is my git-ignore file. You can see this is, and in this file, I will write the name of the files that was in my git bash. So first of all, I don't want to track config.toml file. Okay, I just don't want to track video.mp4 and video-1.mp4. Okay, we can do this, but instead of writing individual files, what you can also do, you can write static.mp4. It means don't track any video file. Okay, so this means that we don't want to track any of the .toml file. How we can do this? Okay, so either it's all up to you. Just specify the individual file or a single. I'm going to delete this one because we don't need it. and just going to hit save and open the git bash again. Let's see what this time get status will return. Okay, I just type get status, so you can see we are just receiving the git-ignore file. Previously we were receiving config video-1 and .mp4 and video.mp4. These were 3 files, but now we are receiving just git-ignore file. And if you want to configure this on all of your machine or everywhere, so you need to push this on your server. So let's add this git add dot like this, git commit -m, and adding git-ignore file. Okay, and just hit enter and just git push over here. So what this will do, this will push the changes to the server. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the project over here. And this is the project. I'm going to just refresh it. All right, so we just have git-ignore file. You can see there is no mp4 file or in the config file. So I think it's easy to manage or untrack some files that you don't want to track on the server and just want to keep on your local machines, maybe due to the configuration, due to the server capacity to store the file, something like that. Okay, so I hope this video will make you understand what git-ignore is.